Yeah, maybe volleyball. Yeah, I bet it is. So far.
That's for now. Old Red's back in He started acting up. And it's still it took
Sorry, I took your part. I pulled in and I realized it, and I was like, I didn't. I took her part. Pulled in and I saw the Jones, and I think I was like, I'm here, I thought like that.
You're just person.
She's like, now, this is my son. His other grandmother, she does. Right? But she always went home, it's just, yeah. But he was calling on that. This my phone didn't want to call me.
Yeah, so we really use our, so Joey jumps in.
They're timid that way. She's still in the hospital. You know, she's bad, it's only yeah. I told him, I said, I divorced him about the family, I like the family. Yeah. No, just something. Lisa, anything you need to know?
All right. Good evening. Item 501. I call this meeting of Hamlin Collegiate Independent School District to order. This meeting has been conducted in accordance with the Texas Open Meetings Act and is open to the public. Proceedings are being recorded and official minutes will be taken to document today's actions. Let the record show that we have a quorum present with the following members in attendance: Kevin Grubin, Jennifer Prater, Derek Moore, Sheila Darnell, and Sherman Bates. And we will update the minutes in a minute. I think Dr. White will be here shortly, as well as Terry Moore. If during the course of this meeting, discussion of any item of the agenda is required to be held in closed session, the board will meet in executive session in accordance with the Texas Open Meeting Act, Government Code Chapter 551, subchapters B and E. Before we move on to the agenda items, we'll open the floor for public comments. But before we do that, Sherman, you might open us up with a word of prayer.
Yes, sir. Heavenly Father, we thank you for today. We thank you for everything that's gathered here. We thank you for your grace. And Lord, be with us here today, with all the students, the faculty, especially during this time of holiday. Please protect them as they're out on the roads, flying or driving, whatever it is. We'll give you all the thanks in Jesus' name.
Amen.
Please stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Chairman. Right, does anybody have sign up to address the board? Okay, we will move on to recognitions. Patty, it's all yours.
I can buy next. Girls. Okay, these are most of our high school girls cross-country team. We're missing two. We have unfortunate, but these girls had a really, really good season. We did have some adversity with injuries, but our top three runners had to miss a couple meets or most of the meets because they were injured. That being said, we had a lot of girls step up and fill their place and work hard. They got second place. They were runners-up at the district meet and advanced to regionals. They went and competed hard at the regional meet. That being said, we have a lot of returners coming back. Lily Kate was a senior that we will miss next year. And then Bradley Diamond was our other senior. But other than that, we have two juniors, Trinity Denson and Angelica Hernandez will be back. And 4 sophomores, Piper Cepeda, Esther Green, Kinsley Grubin, and Emma Arcee. And then our freshman, Gracie Powell. So they had a really good season. I'm proud of them, and they worked really, really hard.
After the guys go, I'm gonna have the girls come up with all the school board and we're gonna take a picture over there and then we'll have the guys do it, okay? And then they'll be in the picture too, all right? Thank you, congratulations.
Good job, ladies.
Wow.
Ladies.
We'll do it over there. I'm on.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, shoot.
These are our boys. We have, these boys work really hard. Most of them are playing football. And we also had some injuries after that first football game with Anson where we lost Colin for a majority of the season and then Xavier Garza, who he got to run one meet. But other than that, these guys ran really, really hard. Also got second place at district. Raise your hand if you medaled at district. Yes, Fonzie medaled that for Davey. And then Reese placed top 10 for varsity and Eden placed top 10 for varsity. We also had Emma and Trinity placed top 10 for varsity and Lily Kate placed top 10 for Davey. So that's good. So these boys placed second place overall. Also advanced to regionals where they competed really, really hard. This team is also very young. We had one senior, Zane Leonard, this was his first year running cross country ever, and he did a really, really great job. He was our consistent second or third place runner for our team. We have two juniors, Colin Ryan and Reese Rainey, and three, sorry, Fonzie. And Xavier was kind of our manager, and then Zane Gonzalez was here. They'll all be coming back next year. Do you have any sophomores? No sophomores. So the rest of them are freshmen. So Bradley's a freshman, Wyatt's a freshman, Ethan's a freshman, and Noah's a freshman. So this was their first year having to run 3 miles, because in junior high they only run 2. So they set that big just as well for that. They competed hard at the regional meet. And then Reese Rainey advanced to the state meet. He ran hard. He ran that morning and then went and played hard for a football game that same day. So these kids put in lots of work. They come up and do football practice at 5:50 and they come up after school and run their workout till 5:30 in the afternoon. So they're putting in 12-hour days. They're working hard. Same thing with the girls. A lot of them do cheer or work after school, do basketball practice. So these are the hardest working kids in our program, in my opinion. So thank you to all.
I do want to know from Colin, he said that this is the fun sport, which I don't know why anyone would
Punishment out of this.
Okay, so, we gotta scoot this way, so y'all scoot over. Miss Costanez is going to take it, so y'all look at her, she's better at pictures than me. There we go. Look at Miss Costanez, she left. She's trying to hide her. Here, there you go. Okay, ready? Big smiles. 1, 2, 3. Okay, let me take this one. Big smiles. 1, 2, 3. Okay, perfect. Thank you, girls. All right. Y'all did the same. Sorry, I was checking. Yep. All right. We all know who's in the
You can go around.
But school board, we can't see y'all. Yeah, y'all have to kind of. We'll find a window. Dr. White, yeah, you'll find your window. There you go.
There we go.
Okay. Are you ready?
Look, I'm supervising.
Okay, big smiles. 1, 2, 3. Oh, perfect. 1, 2, 3. Good. Thank you. Good job.
Thank you. Appreciate it, sir. Try to get
And Michelle will be sweet and hosting for us. Okay. Yeah, you can.
All right, since we're recording, let the record show that Carrie and Dr. White are now present. And we will move on to the consent agenda. Looks like it's just the minutes from last meeting. I think you've had time to review that. Any updates or changes to those minutes? If not, I will entertain a motion to approve.
I move the board approves the items listed in the consent agenda as presented in the agenda.
Second.
Motion made by Jennifer, seconded by Derek. All in favor of that motion, signify with the right hand. 7-0. All right, moving on to our information items. First one is our local policy update 126.
We have to update it, there's no option, it's just the new updates from the legislative, really still has to do with the parental rights.
Any questions anybody wants to ask on that? And if not, I will, actually, we'll wait to approve that down there in the action items. If nobody has any objections to doing that tonight, we can put that in a minute. Let's move on to the principal's updates.
Great, I'll do both of them because they're not here. Jacob, he was, his professor called, he's finishing up his class for superintendency and they have him over his last requirement.
Oh, I just
The
saw it.
professor called early, he texted me, he jumps, but I'll do it so he doesn't feel rushed. He had a great turnout at the Thanksgiving meal. He had over 200 visitors who came. to joining in on that, which is a great testament. I'm doing your update for you. Great testament to Mr. Cox and what he's doing. I know that he's also opened up the campus to allow for parents to come eat. One of his focuses so far this quarter has really just been to try and get as many parents in and family members so that they feel like they're part of the elementary school. And I think he's done a great job. And that successful Thanksgiving meal was a testament to that. Anything you want to add?
As far as Thanksgiving goes, no, we sold, I think, over 225 tickets and we had 199 meals served. We had a few folks that said, I bought all 6 just in case. The biggest thing for me was our teachers. I did ask them, like, hey, of all the days of the year, go eat with your kids. I know you're supposed to get your 30 minutes. Go eat with your kids that don't have somebody there. Just, 'cause that's the day you don't want to get to feel left out. And there was not a single person, I don't think there was any kids that didn't have an adult that cared about them, you know, especially that day, saying, everybody here, I'm great, you know. Also, which is really cool for our teachers to just help them do that. But in our community, they showed up. And Carrie made, I don't think the lines got too long.
No, they were bad.
The sibling lunch was our longest one, but it worked out. Our cafeteria's done a great job. It was a really cool thing.
The atmosphere overall in the elementary just feels much better.
Kids.
It does. It's great.
It's been awesome.
It's out of my circle, I don't have kids down there anymore, but man, just the positive things I hear, what you're doing down there, what the teachers are doing down there, and we're on the right track. I appreciate you and I appreciate that campus. Thank you, you're doing a great job.
And Morgan is over with Junior High One Act because they're still going, I think, waiting to hear the critiques and so on. So her update was just going to be letting you all know about some new partnerships we're working on for our 13-14 program, and Michelle can chime in. Yeah, buddy system like. So I know that Michelle has been working, and Morgan, they had a meeting last week trying to get a MOU with McMurray University. McMurray seems to think that they can, we're waiting to see. Michelle and I can tell our faces. We'll see, because we only pay $12,000 to students who go to West Texas A&M. That's all we pay for both years. We have an MOU, an understanding, a memorandum where we say we're going to pay this, and then they cover the remaining fees for our students. And so they met with McMurray last week, and they said, this is our MOU with West Texas A&M. This is all we can't do different. We can't do for one school. That's just not equitable. And so they seem to think, McMurray seems to think they can match that and do that. So we're waiting to see. That would be a great opportunity for our students. And if McMurray was something that we could go in the 13-14 program. And then one of the new things is the work with the Texas Workforce. They have worked with other area schools. For some reason, I'm not sure why it wasn't Hamlin until this year. And so they came and presented to juniors and seniors about internship opportunities that they already have lined up in the medical field, architectural firms, all different places. And so we have students who have gone to the Anderson Hospital and other various places on tours. And then students were allowed to turn in resumes if they're interested in the internship. For an internship, they have to work 55 hours, correct? It's paid at $10 an hour or 12. I think it starts at 10 at least. Every place could be different. And they could work more, but they work with school schedules. If you turn in an application, you're guaranteed an interview. The workforce came out last week and practiced interviewing with all of the students who turned in their resumes. I believe we had 14 turn in their resumes. I'm not sure. I think it was 14 last I checked with Morgan. And so they interviewed with all of them. They gave the feedback to Morgan so she could go over it with all of the kids. I know we have kids who are interviewing this week for internships at various places, but it's just a great opportunity for our students. They'll even help with transportation. They'll help, like, if they need clothes for the job, all sorts of things. They'll help with anything. And so it's a great opportunity for our kids to get into businesses and to maybe find out something that they can be passionate about. And so I don't know if you want to add anything.
No, it's just kind of give them those opportunities to see what they think they're interested in, and they really are interested in that before they have a commitment of going to get a bachelor's degree or technical things and so on. So.
And it's in all different areas, not just healthcare, but healthcare is one. So we're excited, and like I said, we have 15 juniors and seniors who put in who are interviewing. So I think it's a great opportunity for our students that we wouldn't have any resources for them, because we all know
A lot of us have teenagers and they always want extra money and there's not a lot of places in town where they can work. So this gives that opportunity for them. So I know that's what she was going to share. So exciting things that are happening.
This is a really self-serving question. Would you all have a place if I wanted to donate some business clothes that don't fit me anymore that would be appropriate for them to interview in?
Yes, because we can keep them over here. And then like Michelle can help because she helps do the 13, 14, and we can do like a closet. I mean, it's like a closet if kids have to have like anything to interview or anything.
Yeah.
Because I don't typically have those.
Yeah, that's right.
Especially now.
We want it to be professional and to have just as realistic as it can be. And there's only so many internships that are available, so they're having to compete for this, and that's different for our students. Our students are usually like, they want to play basketball, they play basketball, so it's going to be a challenge for them. They're going to have to bring their best game to get an internship and compete with others in the big country.
That's great.
Yeah, the only other thing is we don't really normally, last year we didn't take kids on college visits very much. And so it's something that I had talked to Michelle Morgan that we needed to do more of. So we are taking our group of kids to West Texas A&M. I'm even going. And we're going to offer it up if parents want to go, then they could also attend that to see that campus. And then we have a tour set up also for McMurray. And so we're trying to set up tours. I'm going on that one too, but as many kids as possible. The seniors is really what we're focusing on, obviously, but then starting it with our juniors so they can start to see the different schools. So I'm going to chime into that. So I applied for that Moody Foundation, remember, for a university coach, right? I just found out today, about 30 minutes ago, that we made the first cuts. So they're giving us a planning grant, which is $15,000 to plan to turn in the grant for the over $1 million. So, which then it'll be Michelle and I working on that with Morgan, but to even be accepted into this phase and to get the $15,000 is really good sign for the $1 million, which is college trips, things like that for our kids and having a dedicated college person. So fingers crossed, but that's the exciting news I just found out this afternoon. So that's why I called you. So I think it's a great opportunity for our kids and to start seeing colleges. And I have to say that Michelle and Morgan have been meeting with every senior a lot to really try and help them get where they need to be. So, that's exciting. So these kids can start to, it's overwhelming, to decide what to do and where to go. So they're doing a good job of that.
Perfect. Any other questions for Juan? If not, we will move on to the action items. We've got our appraisal district. Time to cast our votes. Always a fun time. So we will start with Stonewall County. We have 109 votes. There is 4 people. We don't have to do this, but we normally just, unless somebody speaks up, we normally just split them. That would mean one person getting 28 and 3 people getting 27. Anybody's not opposed to that, somebody jump out there and make a recommendation or nomination. 28, 27, 27, 27. I said, you don't have to do that. You give it all to whoever the Hamlin person was. He used to be Gerald, I think, for a while. And I think Tucker's been in on the past couple of years.
How many are on the board?
I think it's a good question. You know that answer?
I don't know, or how many spots are open right now? Is this,
I
was thinking I've only seen like 3 or 4 there before, but
There's.
Tucker wasn't there when I was there.
I really think I don't.
oh, is it every year you refresh the board?
Yes. I don't know how, I think everybody, I don't know if anybody ever not making it, we nominated at least, but that's not be why we always give all of our votes to.
Our representative.
We've always just had one, it's always been Gerald forever. He decided he didn't want to do it anymore 2 or 3 years ago, and I think Chuck stepped up. So I don't really know if everybody makes it, I don't know that answer, I'm sorry.
5.
5? Okay, there you go.
5 members on the board? And it's refreshed every year?
Yes.
Kind of like electricity.
You don't know any of the other people besides.
Well,
Yes.
Eugene Griffin, there's Eugene Griffin is, and as he's in Stanton as well. I don't know the rest of them.
I don't know you much.
I don't know Jim Austin, but I've heard that he's a good guy.
I'll find out.
That's all there says his name.
I move to cast HCISD's 275 votes to the Jones County Appraisal Board with all of our votes to Tucker T. So I can choose to discuss that.
Motion
Can we
made.
discuss that now?
It looks like he's already gone.
Well, he was
Yeah,
on the
everybody's,
last year.
everybody's been on.
Oh.
I'm sorry, we're maybe going out of turn as far as discussion goes. I
can
don't
discuss
I
it.
don't have a problem putting him on there, and I want Hamlin to have representation in Jones County, and he is the option. I just don't personally feel like he's the best option in Hamlin, but maybe for this go around he is. I think we probably need to nominate more people from Hamlin.
I would agree.
Can I second your motion?
The more nominations we get, the
Did we
better
even
off.
get the option to nominate someone else this year?
This is who's currently. on the board.
Wasn't Spurgeon, wasn't he a sheriff?
So
He
the
was the
current
county
board
judge.
is Dale Spurgeon,
He was the county judge.
Yeah.
Tucker T, Jim Austin, Eugene Griffin,
I like Eugene.
Pete Klein, and Jim Bailey. So it looks like Pete is no longer.
They're not, just
Running.
4 that are running.
So Daniel, Mary, Robert.
Yeah.
They're
We just need somebody else from our area.
Which, I mean, it's too late to worry about that.
People already served.
Yeah, that's the thing, it's not very many people step up. I know Gerald had a hard time finding a replacement.
I'm sure, so if you want to back in the door.
Because we do want a representative from
Absolutely.
our district.
That's. You know what's gonna happen is all of these are gonna be split pretty evenly from other
Other
places.
places.
It's because they got a representative. So it's gonna be who has the most votes by the little push, the little margin.
Which we could, just for future reference, we could hurt ourselves if we nominate too many people and then split them and not have it.
Yeah.
Rock and hard spot. All right, so we have a motion on the table made by Dr. White. Did I ever get a second?
I had a second.
Okay, Derek's got a second. Any other discussion on that before we take a vote?
And that was from all Tuesday news.
That was for all 275 to Tucker T. All right, no more discussion. I will take that for a vote. All in favor of that motion signify with the right hand. Okay, all not in favor signify with the right hand. 6-1. Sherman voting against. Oh, I'm sorry. So 5-2. Sherman and Carrie voting against.
So how do they request to be a member of this? Do they go
I don't really
ask
know.
them and?
I think Tucker was nominated by the city and then that was passed to us.
Did we nominate?
Yes.
This year?
We did.
We did not nominate this year,
We nominated for every other county.
but they
I
didn't
don't
send
think
us
we
a
nominated for
nomination.
him.
Yeah.
Because this is the first we've seen of it.
Okay.
How does that work? Can we question that?
How does that work?
No.
Well, hopefully it's being one.
Because we should have been asked for nominations first, before that came out.
Not sure that answered. We've already voted, so we can't go back on. Okay, moving on to the, Fisher County. We have,
Oh, it's a 2-year term, by the way, after the 2 years, 0 term, beginning January 1st, 2026.
Let us see it.
No, I was just saying.
Oh.
I just read the thing, sorry.
okay, Fisher County, we have 97 votes. So if we split that evenly, that's 3 votes of 19 each and 2 votes of 20. I don't know Rayford Hargrove.
Is he like the title company Hargrove?
Yeah, well, it's
Yeah.
probably true.
Yes, he is
But
the
yes.
deed, Raven Hargrove, Hargrove Insurance. Brandon Sherwitz, he's a farmer over in that area.
Is that Rachel's husband?
Yes, that's Rachel's husband. Joe Posey was a bank vice president at Rotan National Bank.
He's part of the posies for Montana.
Yeah,
Here,
but I like Joe. But I've worked with Joe for many years. I don't know Patricia Hurt and I don't know Chris Cox.
Patricia Hurt's got to be the newspaper editor, publisher. I don't know her well.
Yes.
He likes controversy.
The one that Tony said?
No,
No.
Double Mountain.
Double Mountain.
No.
She likes controversy.
I was gonna have an opinion about it.
be careful. Okay, so do we have anybody want to jump out there?
You said 220, 319?
Yes, sir.
I move to cast, and here y'all, hang on. ACI's 97 votes for Fisher County President Board as follows. Brandon 20, Chris 19, Hargrove 19, Posey 20, and Patricia 19.
I second that.
Motion made by Sherman, seconded by Dr. White. All in favor of that motion, signify by the right hand. 7-0. All right, moving on to the policy update 126, is what we briefly discussed earlier. Something we've got to do anyway. I don't see any point on putting it off a month, so if anybody, if you got any questions there, speak up now. If not, I will accept
It
it.
looks like there were a lot of just, edits,
Yes.
like,
Yes.
uh,
They already put it out, but they had gone back in and updated. Is it such a lengthy? Okay.
there was one about like creating a private space or something like that.
So used to, you could have like a cool down room.
Mhm.
And you're no longer necessarily allowed to do that as much as you are. You're not necessarily allowed to have the private space. More of the parental rights choice that you're not allowed to remove kids to have that cool down space. That's part of what they don't want to have happen. Which is crazy, but that's one of the parental right laws, that you cannot have a cool down or private time. A lot of times in the classroom, it could be like in the back, and it could be like activities or something for them to kind of, to, if they're upset or something, so they can get refocused to rejoin, but now they don't want that.
What's their suggestion for teachers to do that situation? They didn't put that part in there, okay.
It's not a safe space.
They still want to be able to get control over their behavior and then rejoin the rest of the group, but they don't, but you're not even really allowed to counsel kids or like talk to kids unless you're an administrator or you're the counselor, and that's one of the permission slips we sent home, that you even have to get permission before we're allowed to do that.
When they're upset,
Or if they're having a bad day or just anything in general, that's part of that packet that we sent home, that you're allowed to talk to a counselor for the administrator.
Any other questions, comments?
Things that we don't have an option about, correct?
Correct.
I move the board to approve the local policy update 126 as presented.
I second that.
Motion made by Sheila, seconded by Dr. White. All in favor of that motion, say by the right hand. 7. All right, superintendent's report.
The financial documents are in here, nothing out of the ordinary. Becky just finished off the cafeteria audit. Our federal audit on, what's today, Thursday? So Tuesday, I think. So she's glad to be done with that. So we're just waiting for those findings and then correct anything that needs to be corrected. No hires or resignations. And the only thing, of course, basketball, we have our first boys basketball game this Friday. It's a home game. So come out if you can. And the girls are playing right now in Slayton in a basketball tournament. The only thing changed, the welding was supposed to take place this week, the welding contest we're having for the first time ever. But it's now going to be December 13th, but I'll put it out there if you want to come and see. It's pretty cool. They're given sheets of metal and then they have to create something. I don't know exactly what. I think they're told like create something like this. I'm not sure. And then the teams they create using just the scraps. And so they have to create a final product. So it'll be in the parking lot. So if you can stop by on that day and kind of walk around and see, I think we have quite a few schools that are entered. It's the new thing in welding competitions. And that's where Dakota had taken the 2 boys and they got second. And so we're hosting for the first time ever. So that will be exciting. Just a busy time, as you all know. One act tryouts will be starting junior high. It was ending today. High school will be starting basketball season. And everything else, I think UIL will also be going for academics. That will be starting up. So just once we come back from Thanksgiving, it's a fast 3 weeks.
What about the auditorium?
So the lights are in. They're working now. And they were trained, Ms. Clausen, Mr. Cross, and Chris, and several students were trained on the light boards. So they're in and working.
So have you been over there since?
I was up over there today.
It worked. It was very nice.
Yes. So I was over there when the director and the judge came from the state UIL and going over the lights and stuff like that. Preston was doing everything because he was the one that was helping all the junior high technicians. And so going through everything, but we have everything in blue lights, all the lights. So they were very impressed. The director, who's done it forever, he was excited that it's here in our beautiful facility. That's what he stated, and to be here for high school. So I think we have a great space in between band hall and all the areas, and then the gym. We have lots of places for, if you've ever been to One Act, it's lots of kids trying to get ready everywhere, right? You know, in Aspermont, they have that one bathroom. And so we have lots of space there for the kids, and then using this building also, we just have lots of space. So I know the other school today, we're coming into the hospitality room and stuff, and even the judge commented like all the space, and then the kids have all their designated space. And so I told the director if there's anything we needed before high school, let us know. It's just like our practice run, but I think it's gone really well today. Joey was on it for safety because that was one of the things we did have to open, like the back gate. We had to open these doors. We had to open the doors to the band hall, but he worked with Ms. Clausen, I knew, and Morgan, so we were all aware of what was going to be open because, you know, kids coming back and forth, we had to make it easy, and so that was good too. So he took care of all that. It's one of the things you don't think about, how you get everyone in all of our locked buildings. So it's been great.
Like urban cats.
Yes. So it's the lights are really nice over there.
Good.
Next board meeting?
Can I ask a question about attendance real quick?
Yes.
Do we see, we might not see any, but with all these RVs coming in and migrant people coming in, are we getting children from that?
So we are up 6 kids at the high school. You know, we got delivery from Winters last week, and then we've gotten 3 more. So we are up at the high school, and then Jacob. So the problem is we had such a big
sixth grade class, you know, we don't make up for it over in elementary, so the elementary look about the same as where we've gotten more kids in. Jacob, have you gotten any more kids in? He's gotten a bunch of kids from Rotan.
Yeah, we got, it's 5 for Rotan, but.
They're just transferred over.
Yeah, we haven't gotten any new ones recently. We lost a couple today. And we gifted a house in there, area. Significantly, so they decided to do it.
So that is a concern. A lot of families, we've been hearing this week, their rent has been going up and they can't afford to rent anymore. So they have until December 15th to determine if they're going to stay renting, and the new rent starts January 1st. So it is affecting a lot of our families, to be very honest. Yes. So they received the letter last week. Christy received the letter, so I can go to her.
It's like a 40% increase in rent.
Oh, my goodness. So, all the same rent, is that from the company that bought most of the rental properties in town?
Yes. But it is a lot of families, so they're kind of reaching out. They've been reaching out. So that is going to be a concern. But, so, no, not the numbers, that.
What about our vehicles? Are we down a vehicle? Did something happen to one of our?
So, the Suburban broke down on the way to, Iowa Park. They've already gotten it and got it back to fix it. They did that Monday.
Okay. I think I heard that somebody they broke down. and
Yeah,
had to
they
do-
left it in Iowa Park. And left the trailer, and then, Coach Billy went and got it. That is something we'll have to start looking at. I mean, but those vehicles are relatively pretty inexpensive, but their wear and tear, you drive so far everywhere that, yeah. But that one is, I mean, there are a couple that we'll have to start looking. Coach Billy and I have been talking about which ones will need to be replaced and replaced.
Do you have a mileage? Do you have a mileage that's, like you broke in 160,000 and you trade in a vehicle?
I think they start looking at trading it. Well, they don't trade it in, they rotate it out. So we keep them, about 80,000. And then they keep them and push something else out to like a maintenance worker's vehicle. But they're pretty cheap from Lawrence. I should really look at, I mean, they give a pretty good deal. I think like a one you can get for like 70,000, the school district gets for like 40.
Oh, okay.
So.
School district.
But that's not. I mean, they're not, well, Suburban is nice, but it's not anything. He said the next vehicle that we would need to probably look at buying is a diesel for ag. And then that ag truck, one of the ag trucks is really old and it needs to be rotated out. But, I mean, this Suburban issue wasn't too bad because he already got it back and he didn't tell me anything that needed, trust me, we talk money every day, so he hasn't come. The next issue are going to be buses. Because y'all know the new state laws, every bus needs seatbelts. So guess what we apply? Don't have seatbelts. Yeah.
Can they not be retrofitted?
They can, but it's incredibly expensive. So we talked this week and we just signed the waiver. It's just, you have 5 more years, I think, until everyone has to have it. And so, that's something that we can talk about if we go out for the bonds, looking at transportation to try and turn those buses in and get new buses, but like both activity buses, which we use a lot, they don't have seatbelts. So it's gonna cost hundreds and hundreds of thousands.
So the requirement to have them, we also require students to wear them when we have them. Is that
Yes.
be an issue?
So, but that, we have, I think it's 4 years that every bus has to be done. He's been going to some meetings on that. So there are programs where you can't turn in buses and get like a discount. We have one older one, so really we only have 4 that are in use. Really, the main 2 biggest ones that are in use are our 2 activity buses. So that is something we're gonna have to start thinking about, but I just signed the waiver this week. That's all.
Next board meeting, you know, what the date is?
Every day. No, we're not even meeting December.
Oh, no, December,
I don't
okay.
think so. Y'all want to?
No, I don't.
Twist on.
I don't think we need to. We don't have
Okay,
anything.
perfect. I was already worried about dates. I couldn't find very many. Okay, so moving to January, Lisa, you got anything?
I haven't looked that far.
So it feels like a long one.
January 15th.
Yeah, I think last year we did like 13.
Do you know
Yeah, there's nothing.
cheer competition? Do you know what that schedule is? I would have
It's
to go.
normally around that.
I get to go to that this year. Remember?
Yes, you sure do.
It's fun. I go to. It's fun.
And I don't know, it's, Kirsten's got it on the schedule, it's 3 days, starts at 15.
January 15th.
Yeah, I won't be here the 15th.
It's also Kenzie's birthday.
Can we do it Monday?
Yes, the 15th through the 17th.
What about the 22nd? I don't have anything on my calendar then.
26th.
There's nothing on the district calendar.
Say, it's not on my calendar, I'm just about got every box checked. So everybody good with January 22nd, Thursday? Hey, me too. 5 o'clock. If not, it is 5:43 at this time. We will now adjourn into closed session pursuant to the following sections of the Texas Open Meetings Act. Texas Government Code, Chapter 551.07. Thank y'all. Thank y'all.
Have Thanksgiving.
Yeah.